Om Namo Narayana. Welcome back to our reading of the Tehu Bindu Upanishad. Today we are doing part 5. The sage Nidaga addressed the venerable Ribu and said, O Lord, please explain to me the discrimination of Atman from non-Atman. The sage replied, the furthest limit of all speech is Brahman. The furthest limit to all thoughts is the Guru, that which is of the nature of all causes and effects, but yet without them, that which is without Sankalpa, of the nature of all bliss, and the auspicious, that which is the great one of the nature of bliss, that which illuminates all luminaries, and that which is full of the bliss of spiritual sound, without any enjoyment and contemplation, and beyond nadas and kalas, that is Atman, that is I, the indestructible. Being devoid of all the difference of Atman and non-Atman, and of the quiescence and non-quiescence, that is the one Jyotis at the end of the nada. Being remote from the conception of Mahavagyartha, as well of I am Brahman, being devoid of or without the conception of the word and the meaning, and being devoid of the conception of the destructible and indestructible, that is the one Jyotis at the end of nada. Being without the conception, I am the partless non-dual essence, or I am the blissful, and being of the nature of the one beyond all, that is one Jyotis at the end of nada. He who is devoid of the significance of Atman and devoid of Satchitananda, he alone is Atman the Eternal. He who is undefinable and unreachable by the words of the Vedas, who has neither externals nor internals, and whose symbol is either the universe or Brahman, he is undoubtedly Atman. He who has no body, nor is a jiva made up of the elements and their compounds, who has neither form nor name, neither the enjoyable nor the enjoyer, neither sat nor asat, neither preservation nor regeneration, neither guna nor non-guna, that is undoubtedly my Atman. He who has neither the described nor the description, neither sravana nor manana, neither guru nor disciple, neither the world of the devas nor the asuras, neither duty nor non-duty, neither the immaculate nor non-immaculate, neither time nor non-time, neither certainty nor doubt, neither mantra nor non-mantra, neither science nor non-science, neither the seer nor the sight which is subtle, nor the nectar of time, that is Atman. Rest assured that non-Atman is a misnomer. There is no manas as not Atman. There is no world as not Atman. Owing to the absence of all sankalpas and to the giving up of all actions, Brahman alone remains, and there is no not Atman. Being devoid of the three bodies, the three periods of time, the three gunas of jiva, the three pains, and the three worlds, and following the saying, all is Brahman, know that there is nothing to be known through the absence of chitta. There is no old age through the absence of body, no motion through the absence of legs, no action through the absence of hands, no death through the absence of creatures, no happiness through the absence of booty, no virtue, no pity, no fear, no repetition of mantras, no guru nor disciple. There is no second in the absence of one. Where there is not the second, there is not the first. Where there is truth alone, there is no non-truth possible. Where there is non-truth alone, there is no truth possible. If you regard a thing auspicious as inauspicious, then auspiciousness is desired as separate from inauspiciousness. If we regard fear as non-fear, then fear will arise out of non-fear. If bondage should become emancipation, then in the absence of bondage will be no emancipation. If birth should imply death, then in the absence of birth there is no death. If thou should imply I, then in the absence of thou there is no I. If this should be that, this does not exist in the absence of that. If being should imply non-being, then non-being will imply being. If effect implies a cause, then in the absence of effect there is no cause. If duality implies non-duality, then in the absence of non-duality there is no non-duality. If there should be seen, then there is an I. In the absence of the seen, there is no I. In the absence of the interior, there is no exterior. If there should be fullness, then non-fullness is possible. Therefore, all this exists nowhere. Neither you nor I, nor this, nor these exist. There exists no object of comparison in the true one. There is no simile in the unborn. There is in it no mind to think. I am the supreme Brahman, the world is Brahman only, thou and I are Brahman only. I am Kshinmatra simply, and there is no not Atman. Rest assured of it, this universe is not really at all. This universe is not really at all. It was nowhere produced, and stays nowhere. Some say that Chita is the universe. Not at all. It exists not. Neither universe, nor Chita, nor Ahankara, nor Jiva really exist. Neither the creation of Maya, nor Maya itself exists. Fear does not really exist. Actor, action, hearing, thinking, the two samadhis, the measure, Ajnana and Aviveka, none of these truly exist anywhere. Therefore, the four moving considerations and the three kinds of relationship exist not. There is no Ganja, no Gaia, no bridge, no elements or anything else, no earth, water, fire, Vayu, and Akasa anywhere. No Devas, no guardians of the four quarters, no Vedas, no Guru, no distance, no proximity, no time, no middle, no non-duality, no truth, no untruth, no bondage, no emancipation, no sat, no asat, no happiness, etc. No class, no motion, no caste, and no worldly business. All is Brahman only and nothing else. All is Brahman only and nothing else. There exists then nothing, or the statement as that consciousness alone is. There is then no saying such as Chit is I. The statement I am Brahman does not exist, nor does exist then the statement I am eternally pure. Whatever is uttered by the mouth, whatever is thought by manas, whatever is determined by buddhi, whatever is cognized by chitta, all these do not exist. There is no yogin or yoga. All are and are not. Neither day nor night, neither bathing nor contemplating, nor delusion nor non-delusion, all these do not exist. No, that is no, not Atman. The Vedas, sciences, Puranas, cause and effect, Ishvara and the world, and the elements and mankind, all these are unreal. There is no doubt about it. Bondage, salvation, happiness, relatives, meditation, chitta, the devas, the demons, the secondary and the primary, the high and the low, all these are unreal. There is no doubt about it. Whatever is uttered by the mouth, whatever is willed by sankalpa, whatever is thought by manas, all these are unreal. There is no doubt about it. Whatever is determined by the buddhi, whatever is cognized by chitta, whatever is discussed by the religious books, whatever is seen by the eye and heard by the ears, and whatever exists as sat, as also the ear, the eye, and the limbs, all these are unreal. Whatever is described as such and such, whatever is thought as so and so, all the existing thoughts such as thou art I, and that is this, and he is I, and whatever happens in moksha, as also all sankalpas, delusion, illusory attribution, mysteries, and the diversities of enjoyment and sin, all these do not exist. So is also not Atman, mine and thine, my and thy, for me and for thee, by me and by thee, all these are unreal. The statement that Vishnu is the preserver, Brahma is the creator, Rudra is the destroyer, know that these undoubtedly are false. Bathings, utterings of mantras, japas, sacrifice, study of the Vedas, worship of the internal organ, worship of the devas, mantra, tantra, association with the good, the unfolding of the faults of the gunas, the working of the internal organ, the result of vidya, and the many crores of mundane eggs, all these are unreal. Whatever is spoken of is true according to the verdict of the teachers, whatever is seen in the world, and whatever exists, all these are unreal. Whatever is uttered by words, whatever is ascertained, spoken, enjoyed, given, or done by anyone, whatever action is done, good or bad, whatever is done is truth, know all these to be unreal. Thou alone art the transcendental Atman and the supreme Guru in the form of Akasa, which is devoid of fitness for it, and of the nature of all creatures. Thou art Brahman, there is no doubt about it. Thou art time, and thou art Brahman, that is ever and imponderable. Thou art everywhere of all forms and full of consciousness. Thou art the truth. Thou art one that has mastered the cities, and thou art the ancient, the emancipation, the nectar of bliss, the God, the quiescent, the diseaseless, Brahman the full and greater than the great. Thou art impartial, Sat, and ancient knowledge, recognized by the words truth, etc. Thou art devoid of all parts. Thou art the ever-existing. Thou appearest as Brahman, Rudra, Indra, etc. Thou art above the illusion of the universe. Thou shinest in all elements. Thou art without sankalpa in all. Thou art known by means of the underlining meaning of the scriptures. Thou art ever content and ever happily seated in yourself. Thou art without motion, etc. In all things, thou art without any characteristics. In all things, thou art contemplated by Vishnu and other devas at all times. Thou hast the nature of Kshit. Thou art Kshinmatra and Kshet. Thou stayest in Atman itself. Thou art void of everything and without gunas. Thou art bliss, the great, the one secondless, the state of Sat and Asat, the knower, the known, the seer, the nature of Sakshin Ananda, the Lord of Devas, the all-pervading, the deathless, the moving, the motionless, the all and the non-all, the with the quiescence and non-quiescence, Sat alone, Sat commonly found in all, of the form of Nitya Siddha, the unconditioned developed one, and yet devoid of all cities. There is not an atom which thou does not penetrate, but yet thou art without it. Thou art devoid of existence and non-existence, as also the aim and object aimed at. Thou art changeless, decayless, beyond all nadas, without kala or divisions of time, and without Brahman, Vishnu, and Shiva. Thou look into the nature of each, and are above the nature of each. Thou art immersed in the bliss of self. Thou art the monarch of the kingdom of the self, and yet without the conception of self. Thou art of the nature of fullness and incompleteness. There is nothing that thou sees which is not in oneself. Thou does not stir out of one's nature. Thou acts according to the nature of each. Thou art nothing but the nature of each. Have no doubt, thou art I. This universe and everything in it, whether the seer or the seen, resembles the horn of a hare. Earth, water, Agni, Vayu, Akasa, Manas, Buddhi, Anhara, Tehas, the worlds, the sphere of the universe, destruction, birth, truth, virtue, vice, gain, desires, passion, anger, greed, the object of meditation, wisdom, guru, disciple, limitation, the beginning and the end, auspiciousness, the past, present, and future, the aim and the object of aim, mental restraint, inquiry, contentment, enjoyer, enjoyment, etc., the 8 parts of yoga, yama, etc., the going and coming of life, the beginning, middle, and end, that which can be taken and rejected, Hari, Shiva, the organs, manas, the 3 states, the 24 tattvas, the 4 means, one of the same class or different classes, Bu and the other worlds, all the castes and orders of life with the rules laid down for each, mantras and tantras, science and nescience, all the Vedas, the inert and the non-inert, bondage and salvation, spiritual wisdom and non-wisdom, the enlightened and the non-enlightened, duality and non-duality, the conclusion of all Vedantas and Shastras, the theory of the existence of all souls and that of one soul only, whatever is thought by Chitta, whatever is willed by Sankalpa, whatever is determined by Buddhi, whatever one hears and sees, whatever the Guru instructs, whatever is sensed by all organs, whatever is discussed in Mimamsa, whatever is ascertained by philosophy and by the great ones who have reached the other side of the Vedas. The saying, Shiva destroys the world, Vishnu protects it, and Brahman creates it, whatever is found in the Puranas, whatever is ascertained by the Vedas, and is the significance of all Vedas, all these resemble the horns of a hare. The conception I am the body is spoken of as the internal organ. The conception I am the body is spoken of as the great mundane existence. The conception I am the body constitutes the whole universe. The conception I am the body is spoken of as the knot of the heart, as non-wisdom, as the state of a sat, as nescience, as the dual, as the true jiva, and as with parts, and is certainly the great sin, and is the disease generated by the fault of thirst after desires. That which is sankalpa, the three pains, passion, anger, bondage, all the miseries, all the faults, and the various forms of time, know these to be the result of manas. Manas alone is the whole world, the ever-deluding, the mundane existence, the three worlds, the great pains, the old age and others, death and the great sin, the sankalpa, the jiva, the chitta, the hankara, the bondage, the internal organ, and earth, water, agni, vayu, and akasa, sound, touch, form, taste, and odor, the five sheets, the waking, the dreaming, and the dreamless dreaming states, the guardians of the eight quarters, vasus, rudras, adityas, the sea and the inert, the pairs and the non-wisdom, all these are the products of manas. Rest assured that there is no reality in all that is sankalpa. The whole world, the guru, disciple, etc., do not exist. Do not exist. Whew. Let me take a breath on that. I want to point out one little thing here. In numerous times I repeated a sentence. I just now did it. Do not exist. That's not me ad-libbing. That is actually how it is written. It is very rare when something repeats like that. We get repetition of ideas, but to have the same sentence repeated over, and it was done 3 times here in this little section. When you see that, when you hear that, that is important. That is a way for the Vedas to emphasize a point that you should be paying attention to. It's so rare, but it's so important when you get it. So just a little translation note there.